All right. Welcome back. Uh, it's very early in the morning where I live. It is 4:30 a.m. But I'm up every day at around this time. So shout out to all of my comrades, different parts of the world who may be up and able to catch this live stream. Big shout out to channel member Wandering Jules in the super chat. It says we're making progress. Congrats on 10,000 subs. Thank you very much. I feel so good that our message is reaching more people. I feel good about how welcoming people are to the message. Because for the most part, I don't get too many people who oppose the things that I talk about as far as dog lovers. You know, I challenge them all the time. They never respond. The only people who respond or try to challenge our talking points are people who don't know any better, who don't know how to make an argument at all. So it's all comedy that these people provide. I shared one recent YouTuber. So I feel good. It feels good when you don't have any competition and you're getting success stories all across the world, especially here in the United States. When I hear success stories as far as a pit bull ban being upheld or implemented, that's a big deal for me. You know, I try my best to keep up with everything. Any of you hear about any of these types of stories? Some of you notice I've started to report more on these bans that have been upheld, just as I did when they were being removed. Real important work we do here. And I think it helps lawmakers to feel like if they support a ban, that they're not some minority that's going to be attacked. You know, I think it makes it more likely that they'll support a ban if they know there are a lot of people out here who support the ban. Most definitely. Shout out to Wandering Jules, Mr. Payne in the building, Gerard King Kittens, Mr. Champagne, and Mr. Louise. And shout out to Mutt Free World, who is a maximum supporter. He has been a member of the channel now for a year. Happy anniversary to Mutt Free World. So this ban was in Iowa. Okay, Council Bluffs, Iowa. I believe I mentioned this on a live stream a little while back. And there has been an update to this ban. Please excuse the monstrous, unsightly, demonic-looking mutant, extremely unsightly creature here. Title is Dog Owners Ask Appeals Court to Revive Challenge to Iowa City's Pit Bull Ban. Okay, Iowa City's Pit Bull Ban. This is Pine Bluffs. In Pine Bluffs, there is a pit bull ban. And it was recently challenged by pit bull owners, asking the city to remove this ban. Owners say, look at the subtitle. The owners say there is no scientific evidence that pit bulls are more dangerous than other breeds. This is excellent stuff. I've been pulling my hair out. My blood pressure has been rising over the fact that these bans have been removed left and right based on this goofy, false narratives that these people have put out here. This being one of the most popular, and it's good to see people showing common sense, because it only takes common sense to know that that's a lie. It doesn't take much research for you to find out by yourself that pit bulls are inherently more dangerous than other breeds. And it's exactly that. It's inherited. Like I said, when it comes to this pit bull culture and dog culture in general, everything is backwards. Everything's backwards. That's because you have a backwards creature on the planet. A mutant is essentially a backwards organism, and its brain is literally backwards. It's the opposite type of brain that human beings have. But I digress. So this was back in September, this article surfaced, and this is around the time that they challenged this ban. Now, Council Bluffs is a city of about 62,000 people. That's a big part of why I view this as a success. Remember, in Marysville, very small town, just under 1,000 people in Maryville, excuse me. But here, 62,000. And this ban was upheld. This is very successful. Well, this article surfaced today, and they helped to fill us in on why this ban was upheld. And this is nothing but success for us and everybody who are against pit bulls. Just look at that headline. There's no constitutional right to own a pit bull, federal court says. Now, before I get to that, because that's such a loaded statement, especially considering the types of comments that I've heard in defense of these things. And I want to refer to one. I believe, yeah, it's this one. Now, I'm going to come back to this. Okay, this is the article that surfaced today, giving us an update on why this ban was upheld. Now, this is a video also surfaced a couple days ago. This is about the Maryville, Louisiana ban. I didn't show this on the previous stream. Check this out. With that headline in mind, check this out.
Maryville town officials will hear from the public Monday night on that controversial ban on pit bull dogs. Good evening, I'm Cynthia Arsenault. A 48-hour deadline was put on hold after an uproar from dog owners and animal advocates. Teresa Schmidt has a preview of the public hearing Monday.
Many dog owners were outraged when the Maryville Police Department notified owners of pit bull dogs they had 48 hours to rehome their dogs. The town received such a backlash they decided to put the 48-hour time limit on hold. They have a pit bull ban, which...
Notice how when these pit bull lovers, whenever they try to project pit bulls as harmless, as safe, as loving family pets, they always show the pit bull doing something that's extremely basic, something that any vicious, dangerous creature would do at some point. Yeah, at some point it's going to sit there without trying to rip people's throat out. But don't point towards it not attacking people as proof that it's safe and that it won't attack people. This is the logic of pit bull lovers. Okay, I'm not just pulling anything out of thin air. This is the pattern that they have. Doing something real goofy, nonsensical stuff that does not prove anything. Here, he got this mutt
time limit on
jumping
hold.
up. And is that supposed to prove something? All of these attack statistics magically disappear because your dog is playing with you. Get out of here.
Have a pit bull ban, which has been on the books for years, but not consistently enforced. Dog owners like Bobby Whidden of Maryville say it's not fair to pick on responsible owners.
He just came up, handed me a piece of...
Now, wait a minute. Now, y'all...
handed me a...
Pick on responsible...
He was on another media outlet where they gave a snippet of some other things that this guy said. So what is this? The head spokesman for pit bulls? Is this the best y'all have? This guy right here? You heard that silly statement he made in the previous live stream that I shared. And now they're giving another portion of the interview. I assume that this is the best representative that they could find. Now listen to this genius pit bull lover.
Like Bobby Whidden of Maryville say it's not fair to pick on responsible owners.
He just came up, handed me a piece of paper and talking about how it's protect and serve. I don't see protecting and serving in that, trying to take my dog.
Oh boy. Wow, how intimidating is that? But I'm blown away by the facts and information he's sharing here. You don't understand how it's protecting and serving the community by removing a lethal creature from your possession? Well, if you don't understand that, that's exactly why it should be taken. You know, it would help pit bull lovers if they were just honest. Like, yeah, I know these things are dangerous. I know I'm taking a chance. I'm gambling. So I understand why it's being taken. And I encourage other pit bull owners to do the same. Yes, my pit bull has never attacked anyone, but that's the same thing that all other pit bull owners say after it attacks someone for the first time. My pit bull could do the same. And I admit I've just been taking the chance. That would at least show that pit bull owners have a respectable IQ. But when they babble on like this and just dwell in denial, it makes them look even worse. Okay, so he said he don't understand how it's protecting and serving that the cops take a lethal predator that can manipulate restraints and barriers away from him. Okay.
I don't see protecting and serving in that, trying to take my dog.
Allison Antoon.
See how it's all emotional? It's not protecting and serving because my feelings are hurt that you're taking my dog. Lord, thank you, Council Bluff, for not letting these types of people influence the laws. Now, I believe this is an attorney. And now people, what have I said? Wait a minute, let me back this up.
See protecting and serving in that, trying to take my dog.
Allison Antoon's an attorney who loves...
This is an attorney, people. And she's a pit bull owner. You're about to see the pit bull in there with her now. Now, what have I always said? I've always said that no matter what the educational level, all pit bull advocates sound like lunatics. That wasn't a shock value statement on my part. That is an irrefutable fact. You're getting it from a person who's been studying these people now some 7 years. I'm not going to just I don't need to make stuff up and lie on these people. Now you're about to see why I said that she's about to prove that because she's a pit bull advocate that she is a lunatic. Listen to this.
Dogs and chairs the animal law section of the State Bar Association. She says if they had enforced the 48-hour time limit, there probably would have been legal action.
A lot of people would consider them more than property, but under the law...
She said there probably would have been legal action. Okay.
Their property. And so before the government...
Let me back that up.
consider them more than property.
Our time limit, there probably would have been legal action.
A lot of people would consider them more than property, but under the law, they're property. And so before the government can just come and take your property, you have to be given notice and an opportunity to be heard. You know, that typically means a hearing and things like that. And so a lot of times these laws, these ordinances, they're a lot of the times unconstitutional, and that's the problem.
Okay, but hey, be careful. Don't try to project the ban itself as unconstitutional. Okay, this goes back to the article that I just shared here, where they said it's not a constitutional right to own a pit bull. Look at how sneaky these people are. And this is an attorney who said this. It may be unconstitutional to not give you a hearing, to give you a certain amount of time or whatnot. But don't talk as if the ban itself is unconstitutional. You're only setting other pit bull advocates up to sound like idiots, because they're going to hear you and be like, oh, really? Oh, it's unconstitutional. And then they're going to go out to a rally or something with a goofy sign. It's unconstitutional. No, nutters.
Sometimes these laws, you know, that typically means a hearing.
Let's play it again just for the nutters.
The government can just come and take your property. You have to be given notice.
Time limit, there probably would have been legal action.
A lot of people would consider them more than property, but under the law, they're property. And so before the government can just come and take your property, you have to be given notice and an opportunity to be heard. You know, that typically means a hearing and things like that. And so a lot of times these laws, these ordinances, they're a lot of the times unconstitutional.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that what she's referring to as unconstitutional is to just immediately come and confiscate the worthless mutts.
And that's the problem.
Like so many, she says her pet, Gracie, is part of the family.
When we got her, she just ended up being the most amazing, lovable, sweet dog.
So how...
And your point. Okay, here you go again. Now, this is an attorney. You'd expect some hardcore scientific facts, but no, it's the same old nonsense. My pit bull has never attacked anyone, so pit bulls are safe. No.
How long did it take for you to fall in love with her?
Oh, immediately.
But I fell in love with my pit bull immediately. That's why this ban makes no sense. Get out of here. This is shameful stuff. This is why these bans are being upheld. People are tired of insulting their own intelligence.
I mean, she just started licking us and she acted like she was family from day one.
Yeah, just started licking us. Okay, so the dog just started to beg for food because that's all they see us as. They don't understand our language. They don't understand human character or anything like that. All they understand is that these creatures, humans, give them food, which is very unnatural, especially for predators.
Antune says breed bans often result in unintended consequences, such as good dogs being euthanized. Teresa Schmidt, 7 News.
So bans result in, what would they say?
Often result in unintended consequences, such as good dogs being
euthanized. She said when there are pit bull bans, it means that some good dogs are euthanized. Well, hey, that's the chance we take. It's still worth it. You know, it doesn't matter if certain pit bulls have never attacked anyone. The ban makes it so they never will in the future. I'm sorry, I can't look at that thing. Hideous monsters. Now, let's go back to Council Bluffs. What you just heard was an attorney about the Maryville ban. And they said there's no constitutional right to own a pit bull. federal court says. This article surfaced, I think today. Yeah, today. Check this out. Now I'm going to skip down here and go straight to this. Whoever wrote this is a pit bull lover, Elizabeth Nolan Brown, pit bull defender. And so this journalist took it upon herself to act as a defense attorney for pit bulls. Now, the court concluded that the city did have rational reasons for the ban, since the owners could not negate every conceivable basis for the ordinance. Look at that. That's what the court said. What does it sound like to you? People are finally waking up. Man, that feels good. This is what I've been saying for the longest. These people cannot refute the facts. They can't refute the evidence. They only respond with babble. Essentially, it's just babble. They said that the pit bull lovers could not negate every conceivable basis for the ordinance. Now this is the author saying this. He said, this conclusion, while arguably sound from a legal standpoint, is still pretty unsatisfying from the standpoint of common sense. Listen to that. That it's not a use of common sense to ban pit bulls. Stop it. There's no reason to even try to refute that. Look at what this journalist goes to say. Sure, the authorities have an interest in protecting people from dangerous animals. I don't think many folk will object to a rule banning city dwellers from owning a lion. But pit bulls are hardly lions. So this pit bull advocate that wrote this article said that the ban doesn't make sense because pit bulls are not as dangerous as lions. Can y'all make sense out of that for me? Really? Is this your great, monumental, well thought out argument? That's just about the only thing you can say. Well, it's not as dangerous as a lion. What a pathetic human being you have to be to write something this foolish. You mean to tell me you wrote this? You had time to reread it, to hold it up to scrutiny so that no one else does, and you left that statement in this article? That's unbelievable. Pit bulls are hardly lions. Well, you know what? People would die a lot quicker with a lion. And pit bulls are in many ways worse than lions. They're powerful enough to subdue you as they attack you. But they don't have the power, size, and strength of a lion, so it simply takes longer for you to die. That's the difference. That's the only difference. A lion will probably kill you a lot faster. With pit bulls, boy, you're getting tortured. So stop it. Boy, these geniuses, that is the best they can do. Well, it's not as dangerous as a polar bear. It's not a tiger. Wow. But she goes on. She said, pit bulls and pit bull mixes are not a universally dangerous dog, as the plaintiffs in this case argued. Huh? It's not universally dangerous? They presented evidence from canine behavior experts. Now, this is coming from the pit bull advocate. This is their argument in defense of pit bulls. They presented evidence from a dog behavior experts and recent scientific studies about predicting a dog's propensity to bite based on its breed. Now, as I always say, their go-to is always some private study or experiment from some dog lover, some pit bull lover. Unreliable. According to the dog owners, this evidence, viewed most favorably to them, negates every conceivable basis for the ordinance by establishing: 1. Pit bull type dogs are no more or less dangerous than other dogs of breeds. Okay, so this is their argument in defense of pit bulls. As you could have predicted, it's the same old tired rhetoric, and people are just getting tired of it. There are more and more people who are not buying this. They're looking at the statements from doctors. Finally, they're paying attention to what the doctors say. Nobody's more qualified than the doctors. They're using their own common sense. They're looking at the statistics, pit bull statistics. They're paying attention. So these types of statements that you can't prove don't work anymore. We've gone beyond proving that they are inherently more dangerous, so stop. But she goes on. Neither breed nor physical characteristics are predictive of the dog's aggressiveness or propensity to bite. Do y'all agree with that? That it doesn't matter what breed the dog is, that breed doesn't tell you how serious or damaging the attack will be if it attacks you. Do y'all agree with that? In other words, they're saying that if you're attacked by a poodle, it's no different from being attacked by a pit bull. Okay, that's exactly what they're saying. If they're going to say that neither breed nor physical characteristics inform you of the aggressiveness of the dog, that's an outright lie. If I slap you and walk away, that's a lot different from me beating you up and not stopping. I slap you and walk away. Okay, you're going to be upset or whatever. But if I just attack you and it's sustained and I don't stop, you're going to say that I am more aggressive. Anything that attacks for a longer period of time and inflicts more damage when it attacks, it's more aggressive. That's an example of aggressiveness. Like, what are you talking about? A lot of these arguments these people come up with, it's like, what in the world are they talking about? That don't even make sense. Yeah, bully breeds are more aggressive. Just accept it. And number 3, the city's method of identifying dogs as pit bulls is inherently unreliable. Another lie. Every single time we know a bully breed when we see one. As for dangerousness, the dog owners argue that experts in canine genetics and behavior currently acknowledge that pit bulls are no more or less dangerous than similarly sized dogs of other breeds. Now, again, people, we all know that this is a lie. no more or less dangerous than other breeds, really, that are of similar size, really. People, that's why the ban was upheld. If this is the best you got, man, it is a wrap. It's only a matter of time. Now, in response to that, the city, look right here, the city countered that pit bulls made up a disproportionate amount of dog bites in a year leading up to the ban. And look, even though they may be explained by one or a few badly trained pit bulls and needn't necessarily indict all pit bulls in all mixes, this is a statement by the author saying that pit bulls, for example, being responsible for 65% of fatalities, that is simply explained by one or a few badly trained pit bulls. Oh, man. You cannot make this up. The same old tired debunked arguments. Yeah. How did you discover that those pit bulls that attacked were badly trained? I'm sorry, but we can't rely on assumptions and theories. We look at the stats. We see that pit bulls blow the other dogs out of the water. That's all we need to know. There's no way to argue out of that. And by the way, these things were bred to fight and kill. Has nothing to do with training. You don't have to train a dog or teach a dog to attack. They come out the womb biting. Man. So this feels really good. Now, this is a decent sized city. I hope this trend continues. What is this? City offered underwhelming statistics. The dog bites were down 25% since the ban. Still leaves a lot of dog bites by other breeds, and yet the city has not moved to ban. Okay. Yeah. Let me know how many people are still being mutilated. Let's compare that. Find me a city where pit bulls are allowed and compare the number of mutilations and deaths to a city of similar size where there are no pit bulls. There's going to be a huge difference in mutilations, severe bites, severe attacks, and I believe in dog bites in general. These people are on their last lifeline. Their stamina level is very low. They're in danger. This trend it has a lot of momentum. Now, if you do this on your computer or phone, you can see this same result. Type pit bull and go to the news section. And you're going to see all the recent articles on pit bulls. And what I want you to notice is look at the articles that are pro pit bull and compare them to the attacks. This was 2 days ago. Pit bull attack seriously injures man. This one day ago, right? I report on this most recent live stream. 3 family members attacked by pit bull, and it was their own pit bull. Okay, this is a case of a pit bull turning on its owners, on its, quote, family. But yet they make great family pets. Pit bull, look at this. Now, this is a pro pit bull article. Now, look at the difference between the pro pit bull articles and the attacks. Pit bull making biscuits on his favorite blankie is so perfect and wholesome. So because they can't find any real tangible benefits or positive things that pit bulls do, they have to make it up. They have to imagine, make believe. They say the pit bull was making biscuits. We all know that that's a lie. So really, if I ask you to find some benefits of pit bulls in society, you can't find anything other than stuff like this. But when I ask you to find some of the hazards that they present, you're overwhelmed. And these are real dangerous situations where people have been attacked. And this all you can come up with, making biscuits. Look at this. Pit bull fatally shot after attacking an 8-year-old girl. Okay? Pit bull lovers, you have to counter stories like this. You have to counter them with something that's just as positive as this is negative, in order to even come close to arguing that they're acceptable members of society. You have to offset stories like this to the point where the benefits of having them around far outweigh these negatives. You see how much of an uphill battle that is? Of course you don't. You know, you pit bull lovers, you don't respect intelligence. And that's a big reason why there are so many opponents of pit bull lovers. You have no respect for intelligence, logic, and common sense. Police, victim of vicious pit bull attack was owner of the dog. That's about that man who's getting attacked. Now look at this. Here's another pro pit bull article. Excitable pit bull puts energy into therapy dog training after rescue saves it from the kill list. Okay, you can't make this up. They can't find anything that's really beneficial. Look at this. Pit bull getting ready for minus 30°C walk wearing socks and shoes melts hearts. They have to literally make it all up. And they're basically just saying, hey, look at this pit bull and look at what it's doing. Get out of here. And it's disrespectful to have articles like this right next to articles like this. That's insulting. And it's inhumane. You got to have some nerve to run stories like this when you know full well all of these types of reports are being reported. Here's another attack story. What? Owner walks off after pit bull mauls and kills greyhound. Okay. Look at this. This is a good article. It just surfaced 6 hours ago. I already checked it out. All 40 of the 2017 pit bull fatalities in the U.S. and Canada. How gruesome is that? Pit lovers, you have to offset this. Where are the benefits? Those benefits have to outweigh these stories. Okay? This is talking about the ban. Look at this. Pit bull is a perfect gentleman. Look at this one. Pit bull, too dangerous to adopt, loves cuddles with grandmother in cute vid. It's every single positive article is 100% manipulated by these people. These pit bulls are doing absolutely nothing. Look at this. And right beneath that, pit bull rips child's face in horrendous attack. Here's another fatality to a child in South Africa. Right? This is the one that surfaced a couple weeks ago. I shared this article. It said, we can't live in a world where dogs eat children. So this is what is supposed to offset these horrific stories. Calling a mutt a gentleman. Look at this. This pit bull was horrifically abused for 10 years before it what? Got adopted? This hardly proves that pit bulls are safe and harmless. You see, all these stories, they bear witness that these things need to be banned. So you need to offset these stories with stories, facts, information that support the argument that they're safe. You're failing. You're failing badly. And I'm loving every minute of it. The destruction of pit bull culture. We will be around to see it. I'm loving it. There's that article I just shared. Here's another pro pit bull article. Pit bull with attitude has internet in stitches. Okay, and this might not even be a positive article. Pit bulls went from America's best friend to public enemy. So it's a wrap. I'm going to share this with all of the pit bull advocates over there on Twitter. I'm going to hashtag this video very well. I'm going to make sure all of these videos about pit bulls reach as many pit bull lovers and advocates as possible. I want you all to know that you're losing, and this losing streak will continue. We're cranking it up on you nutters. We're on a mission to make our communities safe because we want our family, ourselves to be able to walk around our communities and be safe. That's not asking for too much. We're taxpayers. That's the bare minimum. Yes. Yeah, I mean, had there been more people who objected and shared the evidence and the facts earlier or sooner, I would say the early 2000s, I don't think it would have gotten as bad as it is right now. Like, there's a huge difference between 2022 and 2002. These past 20 years has been horrific. The attacks have gone on. Remember, around 2005 was the Michael Vick thing. Isn't that right? 2005, 6 or 7. After that Michael Vick thing went down, pit bulls exploded in the United States. Their popularity exploded in the United States. And Caesar basically capitalized on that. And he also helped boost the popularity of pit bulls. Right? This was around a time where there was no anti-pit bull or anti-dog platforms out here. I don't even think dog free was invented at that time. So we were a little late to the party, but not too late. Yeah, man, lawmakers, these different mayors and governors and stuff, eventually they're not going to want to open the door to be criticized and to be made to look and sound silly and incompetent by supporting pit bull ownership. Okay, if the information is out here that seriously debunks every pro pit bull narrative, these lawmakers will want to stay away from it. They want to be on the side of facts, truth, logic, common sense, and high morals. As destructive as these things are, always keep in mind that these things prefer to attack children. And that's all you need to know. Ban them all. So bravo to Council Bluffs, Iowa. Where's that article? I'm going to go ahead and share. I'm going to tweet it as well. Okay. Share that on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and share a link in the chat room. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm enjoying this a little too much. Right? Good to see Esmeralda. Man, it's 5:20 a.m. my time. It's a lot of people up, man. What are y'all doing up? Some of you probably still partying from last night. I didn't even expect this many people to be up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if forced to the wall, Gail Thornberry, like if I was forced to own a pet and I had to choose between a dog and a large cat, I'd choose the large cat. Right? A lynx, a bobcat. Yeah, you better believe. Somebody call it a stank bull. Shout out to Moochie in the building. Charles D. Curry. Jackie in the building. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jackie said having a pit bull while living in an apartment building and you take it in the elevator and stairs each day. Complete nightmare for the other residents. Y'all remember I shared a story where I walked out of my apartment complex. That was a comment in the comment section by Jackie. Y'all remember I told y'all I was attacked. It didn't bite me, but it charged me. And I had to sort of back up and close the door on this Rottweiler. As soon as I walked out the door, I took like a step outside the door and I looked up and there's this Rottweiler running towards me. I shut the door, I backed up a little bit, shut the door, and I pulled my gun out. And when that owner saw me with that gun, you see, he wanted to hold the Rottweiler and allow me to walk past him. And I said, no, you walk past me. So I stood there with my pistol. And I that was the last time I saw that guy. Haven't seen him since. These people, they want to intimidate people. That's the reason why. That's the main reason why they own these things. They want to scare and intimidate people. It's a narcissist mentality You know, they enjoy several different things about owning a pit bull. At least that's what it seems like to me. And a couple of them are seeing people intimidated. You know, they think it gives them some type of clout of being hip and macho, edgy. Look at me. It's all about getting attention and going on a power trip nonstop every day, 24/7. Very dangerous type of neighbor to have. Shout out to Chef Muttmeat in the building. Remember, she re-uploaded a really important video that was up on the old channel. Be sure to check that out. It's in the community section. Yeah. Man, I just watched on Twitter a pit bull run at this other dog to attack him. That other dog stopped that. Here, let me find it. That other dog neutralized the threat like immediately. There's a lot of good stuff on Twitter, man. Where is that? That pets killed by pits on here on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it here. It should pop up. There we go. This was funny. You know what? I probably get in trouble for showing it, so I better not show it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate it. I hate it. But gotta follow the rules. See if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Oh, he probably had to take it down. Oh, no, he didn't. Here it is right here. Yeah. Got a lot of retweets. I'm going to give it another one. Can I full screen it? Oh, boy. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I got to stop. I want to show it. Trust me, I want to show it, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to share the link. Y'all go ahead and check it out. Yeah, interesting. Oh, yeah. I get a lot of good stuff on Twitter, man. Twitter is one of the best areas of the internet to get information. What in the world is this? I wish I could speak. They should have. Why isn't this able to be translated? You know how Instagram, they have a link where you can translate? This is an apartment complex. You step outside and there's a dog. The dogs over there in Turkey is unbelievable. This is a college university right here. More Turkey universities. That's unreal. What? Wow. Why do they let dogs in there? This is a building. They have doors. I mean, people just let dogs come in? No. Look what he said. Don't be shocked, IHD. This is our universities. What? Stop it. Oh, man. Yeah, this is an older video. I think I shared this. Dog attack at a university. Look at this. How many of y'all seen this? These are pit bulls. Rip the bumper right off the vehicle. I've seen several videos like this. This is breed specific aggression. A car, you viciously attack something that doesn't even leak blood. Where's the motivation coming from? You know, the taste of blood is usually what keeps a true predator going. These mutts will attack a cold vehicle. Plastic. You telling me these things don't need to be banned? Stop it. These are just out of control creatures. This is. I cannot believe these people actually try to defend these things. Attacking a car. Okay. More universities. People, there is no way. Are you kidding? Oh, man. They really need to do something about this. See, as more and more anti-dog people come out, make their presence known, it will encourage these other countries to get rid of these things. Because look, we're not going to travel to your country. We're not coming there. You're not going to get any benefit of tourists. We're going to avoid it. You have to do something about it. You know? Unreal. Man, this is unreal. Oh, what in the world? This is at a university. Why are they so accepting of dogs over there? I don't get it. What in the world? Y'all see that? They're on the couches where people sit, really? And this is a 90% Muslim? Oh, what in the world? 90% Muslim pop. It's over 90 if I'm not mistaken. This woman got a hijab right here. No way. Look at this. What in the world? That's not his dog. Mutt came up and started attacking his car. Or her car is stuck his nasty face inside the car and is slobbering all. Why? Why not roll that window up? What are you doing? Maybe this is some goofy orchestrated video. Something wrong with this picture. There's no way I would have shot that. What in the world? Oh no. Look at the strength of this thing. That was effortless. It just ripped that. Like, what are y'all talking about? This is why they need to be banned. Something that can this easily destroy? Are you out of your mind? Do you think a poodle could have done that? You nutters always want to compare pit bulls to other dogs. Get out of here, man. This thing gnawing on metal. Yeah, this is why these bans are being upheld. Crazy nutters. You bringing these things into public places. Unbelievable. It's like every video on pit bulls is outrageous. Now, if it does this to a car, if it does this to metal, what do you think it does to human flesh, soft tissue? That is exactly why you hear stories from attack victims where they say it just felt like the dog hit them, Like it was real quick. They don't know what happened. Their teeth just slice right through flesh like a razor blade. They talk about pit bulls are not any more dangerous than other breeds, and we got videos of pit bulls eating cars, launching sustained attacks on vehicles, and destroying them. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's only a matter of time. Shout out to everybody who was able to join me for this live stream. I don't know. I love early morning streams. Just feel more relaxed and less stressed. My videos are therapeutic for me. I don't need to rub on no dog to relieve myself of stress and anxiety. Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah. So you had a good run, pit nutters, but every good thing comes to an end. Not that it was good in any way, but it's definitely coming to an end. There's no way they're going to survive the truth, the simple truth that these things need to be banned. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me for this live stream. And I hope to see you back on the next as we continue with this crusade.